play with?
I like my brother because I get to play Legos with him.
Hi, my name is Marquez and I like to go to the dog park with my family. I like to present you my Halloween decoration. Woo! Bye!
Because I love pets and mom and dad and I have my brother and I have my dogs because I really love my dogs.
My favorite thing to do with our family is spend time together and just be ourselves.
Family means to us is being loved and accepted unconditionally.
Feel. All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. Look at yourself in this moment. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. I try to focus excitement, sit in the lotus alignment. The truth is that I want to know what's inside, and the Buddha said you'll never know till you try it. So I sit in silence and steady my breathing, try to see something I never believed in. I want to know every part of my soul, how it develops and how it unfolds. All these emotions lock me in a prison. Soon as I notice, they gone in an instant. Knock, knock, who's there when the door swings? Robin Hood with an arrow in the bowstrings. Look for the light at the end of the tunnel. All of the ways I defended my struggle. I am the child, I am the parent, I am illusion, I am awareness, I am the pain that I didn't take care of that turned into all of the things that I'm scared of. What do I notice is none of it lasts. Same as the lightning and thunder that crash. All of the thoughts and the feelings and fears stay for a moment and then disappear. Everything in me is naturally free. I just require this, I let it be. I am the sun, I am the storm. They call me infinite when I was born. I am enough as the mantra repeated for all of the love and compassion that's needed. And yes, I might fall again, but then I'll rise again, sitting cross-legged and going inside again. And going inside again. And going inside again. Look at yourself in this moment. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. Look at yourself in this moment. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. I sit in silence, trying to come back with the hundreds of arrows, sitting there back when they're looking at pharaohs, looking at skies and looking at arrows, all of the ways that I defended my struggle. Everything in me is still on the hustle. I do it now, I do it later. I see the future, I see the paper. And if you can hear this, whoever you are, I just want you to know that you a star, not celebrity type, like the energy type, like the light in the evening that helps us to write, combine it with wisdom and love and insight. When you jump off that cliff, you are ready for flight. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. Look at yourself in this moment. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. Look at yourself in this moment. Ask yourself, how do you feel? All that you know is this moment. That's the only thing that's real. Let's see, can I put this here? Okay, cool. Hey, welcome everybody. Good evening. My name is Ofosu Jones Quarte, aka Born I. It's my pleasure to be with you. I'm going to be your host for tonight's event. Welcome and thank you for joining us for the Family Builders Celebration of Family. We are here tonight to honor the families who have changed the lives of children in foster care and to raise money to make sure that no child leaves foster care without a loving and caring parent. Every child needs and deserves a family to love and support them unconditionally. Family Builders has been creating families for children and youth in foster care for over 44 years and is dedicated to being to helping the most vulnerable children in foster care. Family Builders has a passionate commitment to ensure that older youth and lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning youth have families to grow up in. Leading this wonderful organization is Executive Director Jill Jacobs. Jill has been the Executive Director at Family Builders for nearly 25 years now and is a longstanding champion for children in foster care. I'd like to ask all of you to virtually put your hands together for Executive Director Jill Jacobs.
Good evening. Thank you all for joining us for our first ever virtual fundraising event and celebration of families. This is the one where we get to wear our comfy shoes. And just as with the rest of the world right now, it has been an extraordinary time at Family Builders. But the extraordinary has not just been about the pandemic and the fires, the outcry of racism and racial justice. It's also been about the extraordinary action of our staff and our families that has allowed us to continue to carry out our mission of making sure every child has a permanent family. We took a service delivery model that was based on in-person, face-to-face connection, relationship, and contact. And we were able to flip that into a virtual model. The staff was amazing at doing this. We had no downtime. We didn't miss a beat. And our families, well, the families are our real heroes. They continue to say yes to us. They say yes when we call and we say, we need you. Pandemics and fires and the worst evil of all, distance learning, they still say yes. We've continued to bring children home during this time to their families in the midst of all this craziness. And the craziness is one more reason why our mission is so important. Can you imagine being a child who's been moved from place to place and now being in the midst of this pandemic, a fire, an earthquake, or being the child who has no one who has the patience with distance learning when you're the kiddo who can't sit still for more than 5 minutes at a time? Can you imagine being the older youth not knowing where you will go or what you will do when you turn 18? Or imagine being the LGBT young person who's just been kicked out of the house for being who they are. But these are the times when parents rally to protect their children. And this is where Family Builders families, who in addition to all the day-to-day parenting stuff that they do, also do the extraordinary as foster and adoptive parents. They love and nurture a newborn baby until at 9 months, they lovingly place that baby back into the arms of her birth mom. And then they come back to us and say, we want to do it again twice more. They come to us thinking they wanted one child and we said, but they're siblings that need to grow up together. And they say yes. And sometimes they say, may we please have the honor of being the parents of this 6'2", 16-year-old football player, who, by the way, likes to wear glittery nail polish on special occasions. They hug and they hold the trauma and the pain that the children often carry. Tonight, we're going to share with you the journey of 3 of our families. And while their stories are quite extraordinary, they, in fact, are just ordinary people. Regular folks who make a commitment and hold on for the ride, because if you're a parent, you know it can sometimes feel like a roller coaster. We could not do our work without our families, and our work is not done. There are over 60,000 children in foster care in California, and many need a family to grow up in. They need to heal from the trauma they've endured. They need someone to make an unconditional commitment to them, no matter what, because that's what family does. For many years at Family Builders, we've been driven by the motto, foster hope, adopt love. So I hope you will join me this evening in having the hope of healing for our children and hope for the world right now. In closing, I'd like to thank our astounding staff who make this work possible every day. Very special thanks to Elizabeth Cotterell, our development director, for making this event happen in this new world that we live in. Thank you all for joining us tonight and for joining us in our mission every day. And now I'd like to introduce to you the Felix family, Tom and Billy.
My name is Tom Felix.
I'm Billy Felix.
And we have currently in our home living with us 3 amazing children. We have a 3.5-year-old named Oliver. We have a lovely, energetic 2-year-old boy who we are coming close to finalizing an adoption with. And we also have a cheerful little 3-month-old living in our house. So we are a very lively, energetic family. So over the last 5 years, we've had really excellent experiences working with family builders. Our first placement, we received a set of twins to our surprise, a little boy and a little girl. Together, they weighed a combined 11 pounds. When we met them, we were just overjoyed, and it was a really amazing experience. Through kind of like the months that followed, we learned that the mom was offered reunification services. And this is something that we felt completely prepared for. We understand and did understand concurrent planning and know that reunification is the goal of the foster to adopt system. And oftentimes it is what really is best for the children's development and for their long-term well-being. But over the months that we were caring for the twins, we ended up creating a really strong bond with mom, knowing that we at that time were working together to help raise these beautiful children. And as the months came closer and we were doing more shared parenting, it was the relationship that we built with mom was really crucial and helped us provide for the children a stable, caring, consistent, loving environment.
In about 5 or 6 months, we sort of had to intentionally shift our mindset in terms of how we wanted to approach the situation. And we got there at different times. I think I might have gotten there
2 months before
a
me.
little bit before Billy. I felt like we were both on that page enough of the last few months that the twins were with us that it allowed us to support them with a good transition, and then be in relationship with mom so that we could still see them on a regular basis thereafter.
And then now for the 4+ years since they became reunified and are a permanent family again, it allows us to maintain that relationship. We get updates now about how they're starting online kindergarten, and which it's hard for me to even say. It's and we get photos, and it's kind of it's developed into an uncle relationship.
Yeah,
I think.
Almost exactly 9 months passed after the twins reunified with their mom, and we got another call from Family Builders. So it was sort of this cosmic, was this child conceived right when we were feeling this grief? But he's great and talks from the moment he wakes up till the moment he goes to bed, and is a proud big brother. So then about a little less than 2 years later, so as soon as we got him, we were like, Family Builders, we've had twins, we don't need to wait, let's go again. And Gloria, our social worker, was like, that's not how it works. You have to finalize and finish, and then we can have that conversation if you're still interested in.
The thought of doing the family building without a support structure and a network like this sounds really daunting to me. My job, our job, is to provide loving care to the kids, and the rest of the work is so supported by all of the people in the office, and the communication, the reminders, hey, can we have your new auto insurance, and don't forget your CPR is due. That stuff would all, as parents of 1, 2, 3, that's just a lot of extra stuff, and it's helpful just to have the entire community. And anytime I've walked into the office, I've just felt kind of warmly embraced by whomever has been there. And there's just so many ways that there are so many avenues that we feel supported, and it's just been something I couldn't imagine doing.
Hey, I'm back. I'm a little bit closer. Hope everyone is well. So as you can see, Family Builders families are truly remarkable. And each and every one of us can make a difference in the life of a child. Now is the time where we're going to give you the opportunity to make a difference. So, right now, y'all, you can change the life of a child in foster care by making a donation to Family Builders. There are over 60,000 children in California's foster care system, and many are in need of parents like Tom and Billy Felix. I'm asking you now to please take your phones out and text FBBA to 41444. That's FBBA to 41444, or click the button in the corner of your screen and make a donation to Family Builders. Let's see if we can get to our goal of raising $60,000 before the end of the night. Now, we're already halfway there, so let's see how big of an impact we can make tonight. So once again, y'all, text FBBA, F for family, B for builders, B for buy, and A for adoption. Text FBBA to 41444, or click on the donate link in the corner of this page to make your donation now. Now, if you haven't yet made a donation, please take the next few minutes to do so while we watch a special performance by a group called Beautiful Chorus. Beautiful Chorus is led by Alexandra Love, who started the group to spread harmony-infused soundscapes of interconnectedness, ease, and joy. That's something that we all need a lot of right now. Their introspective, beautiful, and deeply personal compositions remind listeners that the place within us all, that place of complete peace, is always available. So, with no further ado, I implore all of you to make donations as we take some time to listen to Beautiful Chorus.
Hi, we are Beautiful Chorus. Everyone deserves a loving and committed family, and we are truly happy to be supporting Family Builders and making that a reality for so many. The first song we're going to do for you today is called Darling. Ooh. Darling, darling, you're beautiful, gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. The sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate. Ooh. Darling, darling, remember days will get much better. Darling, darling, you can make it through the stormy weather. Darling, darling, please don't ever give up. Darling, darling, you gotta keep your head up.
Thank you, beautiful chorus, for that wonderful, heartfelt performance. And I want to thank all of you for helping us to get even closer to our goal for the night. That goal will allow Family Builders to carry out its mission to build loving, nurturing, permanent families for children in foster care. So, next, we're going to hear from Linda Uke and her husband, Austin. And I'm sorry. We're going to hear from Linda Uke. Linda and her husband adopted Austin when he was just 8 years old, and he's now a young man in his 20s, flourishing with the love and support of his family. Linda, please join us.
I'm Linda Uke, and my husband's name is Tony, and this is our adoption success story. This is such a special time for our family because it reminds us of when we became a family. A coworker actually referred me over to Family Builders because she'd heard a couple success stories from them. When it came to discuss what kind of child we were looking for, we just remember wanting to find the perfect match, and that's really what our desire was. So after several matching parties, we were invited to a picnic in the fall of 2002. After some pumpkin carving and some other games with other children, time for lunch, so we stood in line, and in front of us, we noticed this little kid was placing his order, and he ordered a chicken sandwich versus the hamburger. And my husband and I kind of looked at each other, and it was unique because we're trying to eat healthy, and so we're like, wow, this kid, he ordered the chicken sandwich. So that later on, we learned this little kid, his name was Austin. And it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say it was love at first sight. We wandered over to the art table that he was sitting at. We hit it off immediately and spent the next couple hours doing crafts and games and just kind of chatting, getting to know one another. And while at the craft table, he made me a necklace. What a thrill it was for me. I was so excited. And I wore it proudly throughout the day. And Kevin Maps just said, you know what, that sealed the deal. So at the end of the picnic, we said our goodbyes, and we hoped we would see one another. But you know, when you're meeting and greeting like that, you can't say, well, I'll see you later, because you don't know if you're going to see that person later. So it was sad that we couldn't say, we'll see you later. I remember that very well. Austin actually came to visit us for a few hours over the consecutive weekends, and we were just thrilled that it was actually, we were hitting it off. Austin was placed in our home the day after his 8th birthday, which was the week before Christmas. Needless to say, Santa brought him everything that he wanted, including a new mom and dad, and that was exciting. The adoption was finalized on September 24th, 2004. Fast forward to today, and Austin is about 24 years old, and he has exceeded our every expectation. He continues to survive the odds, and we just knew all along there was something special about him. He, for a child who CPS said they had considered actually institutionalizing him, putting him into a group home and not fostering him to anybody, so that he could receive continuous 24-hour around-the-clock care and therapy. It just turned out that he found us and we found him. It was just in the nick of time. Austin moved out when he was 18, and he has been living on his own ever since. Very independent. He's very mature, and he is a small business owner. So he's outgoing. He loves kids. He loves animals. And he just loves to be independent, which is really, really nice. And he tells me that someday he hopes to adopt a special needs child of his own. And, we're just so very proud of him. And as for that necklace, it's in my house in a glass cabinet for all to see. So I'm just so excited. We just offer our thanks and gratitude to Family Builders. They've helped many families, help bring families together, and all the support that they continue to give us well after the adoption. Everybody's been wonderful, and I can't say enough about them.
Wow, I really hope that these stories are touching you in the heart the way that they're touching me. Thank you so much, Linda, for that amazing story. Okay, everybody, we've got one more guest speaker tonight, Virginia Villegas. Virginia and her husband are the parents of two remarkable children, and she'd like to share her experience with you tonight. So please join me in welcoming Virginia.
Hi, my name is Virginia Villegas, and I'm honored and pleased to speak in support of Family Builders. Approximately 6 years ago, my husband Daniel and I picked up a flyer announcing a Family Builders orientation. It was a life-changing decision. From the first meeting we attended to the present, Family Builders has been by our side in the journey that led to the adoption of our two sons, Nicholas and Santino. It has now been 2 years since the adoption was finalized and 3 years since the boys came into our lives. And throughout the process, Family Builders has been there in the good, the bad, and the ugly moments. From the beginning, they allowed us to move at our own pace and never pressured us to move any faster than what we were comfortable with. They provided invaluable trainings for my husband and I in preparation for becoming certified foster adoptive parents. They were immensely helpful once we moved into the matching phase by assigning us to wonderful social workers that held our hands along the way. They answered our questions about the matching opportunities, and they never judged us on the choices we made. Once the boys moved in with us, they were there to support us with additional workshops, referrals to resources to help us meet the challenges that we encountered in raising our boys, and answering what seemed like never-ending questions about the foster-adopt process. They were there when we were agonizing about what at that time seemed like enormous hurdles in navigating the family court system. They were there on November 16, 2018, when the adoption was finalized and we collectively released a big, happy sigh of relief. Even after the adoption, Family Builders has continued to be there for us. They organize events where we can engage with other families in various stages of the process and where we can share our collective joys and challenges. They provide parent workshops to continue to help us as we face the ever-changing challenges of parenthood. And they continue to be a fountain of information. I could go on, but I want to conclude by stating emphatically that my husband, our boys, and I will be forever grateful to Family Builders for helping us create our family. For these reasons and many, many more, my husband and I support Family Builders and strongly encourage you to contribute to this amazing organization. Because it truly makes dreams come true. In these times, when you have ample choices of where to contribute your dollars, I hope you will join me in choosing Family Builders. Thank you very much for listening to me.
What a powerful story and a powerful message. So, you all heard Virginia. Let's join her in supporting Family Builders. We have met just a few of the amazing families that were created through Family Builders, and it's evident how important Family Builders' work is for children in foster care. I'm asking you now to join Virginia by making a donation to ensure that Family Builders can continue their work. Because once again, every child deserves a loving, supportive, and permanent family. So please take your phones out and text FBBA to 4144 or click the button in the corner of your screen and make a donation to Family Builders. Let's see if we can achieve our goal before the end of the night. So, once again, you're going to text FBBA. That's F for family, B for builders, B for buy, and A for adoption. Text FBBA to 41444 or click on the donate link in the corner of this page to make your donation now. If you haven't got a chance to make a donation yet, please take the next few minutes to do so while we watch another amazing performance by Beautiful Chorus.
Our next song is called Inner Peace. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing of love, 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 love. Ooh, 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 ooh. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel, please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing of love, 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 love. Ooh, 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 Thank you so much.
Thank you, beautiful chorus, and thank all of you for your generous donations to help build families for children in foster care. I'd like to now invite Family Builders Board President Les Pappas to say a few words. Les, please join us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. You know, there's a case currently in front of the United States Supreme Court where a Catholic agency is fighting to exclude LGBT people from adopting through their agency. Family Builders is the opposite of that. We don't discriminate. In fact, we seek out people who others would turn away. We welcome LGBT folks, single parents, older parents, people of every religion or no religion. Family Builders has been on the cutting edge for over 40 years, 44 years, but always with just one goal: to match children with loving parents and help build happy, nurturing families. For the past 25 years, Jill Jacobs, who you heard earlier, has been at the helm of Family Builders. She is the best foster care and adoption agency executive director in the country, and we are very lucky to have her. She's a loving and compassionate person, but also a talented and pragmatic leader. Jill leads a staff that is passionate but professional, caring but careful, and cautious, who always keep the needs of children first and foremost. Family Builders has amazing volunteers, including a very skilled and diverse board of directors. Our board comprises educators, a coach, a banker, a lawyer, financial managers, marketers, and communication experts. And I am honored to serve with such a distinguished group. Finally, I want to thank the parents. After all, where would we be without you? And I want to acknowledge my adoptive parents. And even though they're no longer with us, I am internally indebted to Constantine and Rose for what they did for me. Believe me, I did not make it easy for them, but they always loved me and they never gave up on me. I was a rebellious young person, but in recent years, I've realized that I kind of turned into them. And that's okay, because they were really, really good people. I want to thank Ofoso for hosting or emceeing our event tonight. And I also want to thank him for his wonderful performance at the outset. I also want to thank Beautiful Chorus for enchanting us with their incredible voices. It is unfortunate that we couldn't gather in person tonight for this special event, but it means so much to us that you joined us virtually to raise money for Family Builders' mission. Everyone here has stepped up to make a difference tonight. And on behalf of Family Builders, I want to sincerely thank you for your generosity. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Les. And thank you all for joining us tonight. I would like to say a huge thank you to our gold sponsor, Dury Tangri, our silver sponsors, Brown and Patke, Vanguard Properties, Gunderson Direct, Viegas and Carrera Inc., and thank you, a special thank you to the Driver Download, New Deal Hospitality, Gallagher and Lindsay, Terry Brower at Century 21 Home Finders of Hawaii, Jacobson Law PC, Fitness SF, and Better World Advertising. A very big thank you to some of our long-term partners, Kelly and Victor Himes, Ray McKenzie and Matt Holmeyer, Mark Randall and Chris Saldivar, Miss Carol McNeil and John Moriarty, and Kate Talbot for helping us with early donations. Huge thank you to our event committee and to every one of our table captains who have worked diligently to fundraise on behalf of family builders, and to every single one of you who came here tonight and made a donation to build families for children in foster care. A super huge thank you. If you were moved by tonight's event, I want to encourage you to please share this link with your friends and your families. And if you've not yet had a chance to make a donation to Family Builders, I'm asking that you please do so now. The event page will also be active until the end of the month. So if you want to come back and make an additional donation, you know you can do that. Okay, so in case you didn't know, we are going to have a Zoom after party at 8 p.m. So as we're wrapping up now, this is your time to go get a little refreshment and come back and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. So to join the party, all you're going to do is follow the Zoom link in the email that you have. Each table host will have a breakout room assigned, and guests will be able to join the breakout room hosted by their friends. So if you don't have a table captain, that's not a problem. You are welcome to join our virtual table or breakout room hosted by none other than our executive director, Jill Jacobs. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight to change the lives of children in foster care. It's such a noble and beautiful cause, and I'm moved by it, and I hope you were too. Please consider continuing to donate and support Family Builders. My name is Ofosu Jones Quarte. My artist name is Born I, and I want to wish everybody love, peace, happiness, and I wish you all a good night. Now come join us in the after party, because we're not stopping. All right, see you later. Peace.
I love having a family because it means I get to have a brother to play with.
I like my brother because I get to play Legos with him.
Hi, my name is Marquez and I like to go to the dog park with my family. I like to present you my Halloween decoration. Woo! Bye!
Because I love pets and mom and dad and I have my brother and I have my dogs because I really love my dogs.
My favorite thing to do with our family is spend time together and just be ourselves.
Family means to us is being loved and accepted unconditionally.